Hey, this is Joe Malone. Joining me, we've got Mike Estes, Jeff Braun, talking about North Iowa Fights 10. Gentlemen, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for this broadcast, man.
Afternoon, Joe. How you doing, man?
Doing good. So Saturday night is the night. Tell me what's going down with North Iowa Fights 10.
Well, you know what? It's fight week, baby. We've been gearing up for this for almost a year and a half. We had our last fight scheduled for last April, and then COVID came in and hit us, so everything was down. And we're really looking forward to this one. We've made arrangements to have it at the new Mason City Arena. Seating's going to start at 4:30 to 6, so we're actually able to use the technology in the arena, running the jumbotrons. So we're going to have live commercials from some of our key sponsors, like Cabrick Distributing, Budweiser, Hosmer Honda, Hosmer Toyota, Window World, Serve Pro. It's going to be a next level production, and a lot of the people that have been to Mike's shows before, which this is number 10 now. So used to have it out at the fairgrounds at the All Seasons building. Started with half a building, went to a full building, and now we're almost sold out at the new arena, and we're excited to bring a UFC level presentation to the Mason City area.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge event. There's been a lot of talk about it already from people gearing up for Saturday night. Big question, can we still get tickets? How do we get tickets?
You can get tickets by calling me at 641-210-5081, and I can meet anywhere in Mason or Clear Lake. Or tickets are available at the door. It's probably just going to be general. So 20, 25, and 30, they're $5 more at the door.
Okay, and those seatings will be in the stands surrounding the arena. Now, are you setting up the cage kind of at what I would call center ice, the center of the arena?
Yeah, I'm doing it right in the center. Yep.
Yeah, we've got the cage is about 30 feet around, and then we've got what we nicknamed for this fight splatter seats. So if you pay for a splatter seat and get a little blood on you, that's all part of the game. We've got seats around the ring. Then we've got VIP tables on the floor right there. So there's going to be 400 people right there next to the action. And then when Mike refers to generals, with the parameters of our capacity as far as the limits go, we've got red, white, and blue tickets. So go America. We've got those stationed around the ring. So, the different tickets, blue, white, and red are on the ends. We've still got a handful of tickets left. I think we're probably down to about, 120, maybe 100 tickets left out of about the 1,800 that we were hoping for. So if people want to call Mike at that 210-5081 number, 641-210-5081, Mike can either meet them and deliver the tickets, or we've been taking a lot of will call orders. So you just show up at the event, show up at the new Mason City Arena in the mall, and then you can pick your tickets up there.
Excellent. Now, how many fights is there going to be at North Iowa Fights 10?
I got 12. I got 12 fights. 4 of them are professional. I got 2 title fights and a women's bout included. I got the Nick Diaz Academy coming from Stockton, California. That's where Nate Diaz trains this guy's full time. They'll be coming out here. And then we got Josh Neer's team. He's got 2 guys coming here. He's a UFC vet. He's had over 250 fights. We got a lot of good people and a lot of good support. Since from starting off low to this high level show now. So
awesome. Now, how have you talked to the fighters? I'm guessing you're kind of in communication with the different combatants at North Iowa Fights 10. Are they amped for this? Are they excited for this? Because this is, the cage, I'm guessing, is the same size, but the size of the crowd, the size of the spectacle is going to be bigger than anybody's ever seen in this area.
Yep. I check in with all my fighters. I have a relationship with all of them. Strictly professional. My guys know that they're going to get tough fights too, because we're training, for the best guys out there. I don't even corner my own guys in my own show. I have other coaches do it. I stay strictly promoter that night. I check in with fighters weekly, and I get a lot of messages all the time from fighters and coaches and managers and all that stuff.
And are they excited for Saturday night?
Yeah, they are. Yep. Everybody's ready to go. So
yeah, Joe, we're pumped. We packed the place when we were at the fairgrounds, the last fight, which would have been December. December of 2019, I think. November, sorry, of 2019. And that, we were at capacity there out at the fairgrounds. And now to be able to have a stacked card like this we've got heavyweights on there that they're coming off their last fight, which was an 18-second knockout, which is crazy. All the way to guys that went to decision. One of the biggest things about Mike, who has been fighting and training for years now, he started his fight career out in Stockton, working with the Diaz crew. When you start that at that level of training with that influence and wrestling with those guys and fighting those guys, it kind of takes you to a different level. Mike's fought in Bellator, and actually his stable of fighters right now, as of last August, are 13-1.
That's pretty good.
We're talking about a top-notch level production, not just two pissed off dudes in a garage swinging at each other. And there's different levels. I know it's kind of funny, but you know what? You can rent a gymnasium somewhere and you can find a whole bunch of mad guys that know how to punch other guys in the face. And that's not what Mike does. When he has fighters and they sign contracts for him or they show up to his gym, which that's another thing. Plug for Estes MMA. Mike's fight team, Mason City fight team, Gracie fighter. They're under the Gracie Jiu-Jitsu umbrella. So they've got a way of training. They've got a way of fighting. These guys have to train. You can't just show up and have some muscles and throw on a tank top and some fancy shorts and want to hit a dude. This is like just below UFC level training and fighting and now production. So we're pretty excited about it. It's going to be a heck of a night.
Now, I want to talk a little bit about before the fight. You've got the official weigh-in taking place. That's on Friday night, right?
Yep, sports page.
All right, tell me what's going on with the official weigh-in. What are we going to see when we come out?
Just come to the sports page. It's going to be in the mall, in front of the sports page. We're going to have somebody there with the mic. Who's the guy?
We've got Mojo Productions that's coming. So if anybody knows Jared Wingert, he's going to show up. He's one of our marketing partners. So he's going to be doing the DJing for the event. The weigh-ins are going to start at 5. And actually, Steve Andrag, one of the owners of Sports Page, has helped us out. We're going to have additional seating and tables, non-alcoholic, of course. So we don't want to have to out of the mall tackle anybody. Our fighters will tackle people that bring booze into the mall. But yeah, we're going to have that deal going on live. So we've got room for 50, 60, 70 people out in front of the Sports Page. And then all the fighters are going to weigh in, toe-to-toe pictures, things like that. And
this deal,
that they're going to be running specials at the Sports Page. And then the after party is going to be after the fights at the same location, the Sports Page in the mall.
Awesome. So it is kind of the beginning.
The face-offs start at 6:00 though. And then, so people will want to be there for that.
6:00 Friday night. Now back to the event itself. Saturday night doors are at 4:30, and then the fights begin at 6:00. And I noticed you've also got a female fight on the card. Tell me a little bit about that.
They're 125 pounds, both debuters, and both are training full time. And they've known about the fight for almost 3 months now. So, and they're still training, still fine and ready to go.
That's awesome.
And I'm making it the first fight of the night. Usually most promoters, they don't do that. They have the women's bout later, but I kind of like the first fight to start like the tone of the rest of the fights, So I want the first fight to be exciting and be like, oh, we can't miss that women's bout, because then after that, it's going to be all guy fighters. So, yeah.
Now, when it comes to matchups between the fighters that you've got, you said you have 12 fights on Saturday night. Are you matching up grapplers against strikers, submission guys against guys that try and go the distance and win it on points? How does the matchmaking go into setting up a fight card?
Well, I get probably 500, 600 names, and then I just kind of puzzle piece them all together. I research, I look up the record, I see who they fought, I see who those people fought. I watch them on YouTube, or if I already know them, I know most of the time I know like who they are and how the styles match up. It's gonna be a good mix. It's gonna be a real good mix. You're gonna have to come check it out.
Again, tickets are available at the door, or you can give Mike a call if you are in the North Iowa area. And the phone number to do that, I believe, is in the description. But if not, remind us of what that number is again.
Yeah, 641-210-5081. And that's if you can meet in Mason City or Clear Lake, or you can Venmo me and we'll have it will call. I would recommend to get these tickets before the doors open, because who knows if we'll even have any then, honestly.
Yeah. You snooze, you lose. You don't want to be that guy standing outside the arena listening to the cheers and reading all the Facebook comments. You don't want to be that dude. You want to be inside. Not like inside.
You have to buy a physical ticket to be in there and watch it. You have to buy a physical ticket to be in there and watch it. Next time we're going worldwide pay-per-view, and people will be able to watch it from home. So you literally have to be there to see it.
Excellent. Now, one thing too, you got the color guard coming out from the U.S. Army recruiting, so getting things started off officially. That'll be cool.
Yep, I have a really good national anthem, Gianna Green. We're going to do a fighter parade first, about 10 minutes before 6. So we'll do at 5:50. Then they'll introduce all the fighters. The Army will be in there, and Gianna Green. And then when everybody's in there, then they'll do the color guard, sing the national anthem. It's gonna be good. Like she gives you like
goosebumps.
Like she's good.
Love that. Now, I do want to mention during the official weigh-in on Friday, which again you said 6 o'clock is when that starts. Tickets will be available to purchase in person at the weigh-in. So bring your cash with you. Check out the weigh-in, grab some grub, and make sure you get your tickets for Saturday night for North Iowa Fights 10.
Yep. I'll probably be at Sports Page from 3 to 8 o'clock that day, so on Friday night.
And it's going to be, Joe, it's going to be really cool this time because, we've got before we used to do the weigh-ins off-site and the after-party on-site. So partnering up with the Sports Page in the mall, they've got great food, great drink specials, and they've been super, super accommodating to us. And I think people buying a ticket, you can spend $20, $30, $40 on anything nowadays. I have a gaggle of kids just because I like to spank young people that misbehave. And so, the people that are going to come to this event are going to see a production like they've never seen before. We're utilizing all the technology in there. Congratulations to the Bulls who just won the Fraser Cup. I have a business relationship with the gentleman that runs their box normally. And so we're going to use everything at our disposal to make it the most amazing show that Mason City for MMA has ever seen. We've got the camera up top that's going to film the fighters coming out. We've got a professional videographer that's been working with Mike for almost a decade now. He does all the filming live right there in the ring. So you're going to be sitting in your seat. There's no bad seat in the house. You're going to see live fighting on huge screens on each side of the event center there. And it's going to go back and forth. So it's literally going to be the most professional, fight setup that we can put on right now with the limitations, with the attendance limitations. But yeah, the tech and the production for this fight is going to be off the hook. It's going to be insane.
Looking forward to it. Now, I'm going to bring up a fight card here. Tell me about some of these headliners that we've got, Mike, that are going to be in on this fight.
Okay, if you're looking at it like me, Jose's to the right and Gary Conkel's to the left. So Jose had a guy that he was going to fight that he's known about for a while now, and the guy is not available now due to like health reasons or something. So then we filled it in with this fight, and it seems like more people are excited about this matchup than the last matchup I have. It could be a three-round stand-up war. I mean, they both got some hands on them. Then I got from left to right there, right underneath them, I got Scott Hogue, the white dude on the left, fighting my guy, Rakeem Cleveland. They're both heavyweights. Rakeem's been on PFL numerous times on TV. Scott's, a vet of the sport. They both fought when it wasn't sanctioned, and they both got power, and they both like to stand up and fight. And it's going to be a real good co-main event. I mean, they're going to be swinging hard. I got 6 heavyweights all together fighting on the card. So there's going to be some, if they're going to be first round knockouts or, something quick, I want to see a clean knockout cold. That's what everybody wants to see. I like the excitement. I like 3-round roars back and forth. I got Peter Keepers versus Dustin Heinze. Peter's he's with me. I manage him. Trains Mason City Fight Team. Coached by Lewis Reeves and I. And this guy's a 5-year Army vet that Peter's fighting. And he trains at Mario Roberto Jiu-Jitsu up in Rochester. And they got some really good fighters there. So that's I got that down for my fight of the night, actually. They're both going to be debating at it. And I heard the kid that Peter's fighting's got a lot of heart. And, and he's with the Army for 5 years too, and training. So, and then I got Chris Avila versus Jesse. Chris is Nate Diaz's protege. They're best friends. He's been training with him for, over 10 years. That's going to be an exciting fight. He's fighting Jesse Ebrick. Jesse's been a vet of the sport for kickboxing, MMA. This kid, he deserves a spotlight. He deserves to be there to, win, lose, or draw. There's a lot of people involved in this, and it's just going to be good.
And those are just 4 of the fights on the card. There are 12 total fights on the card. Again, a reminder on where you can get tickets. You can get them in person Friday night at the weigh-ins happening at the sports page, the official weigh-in and after fight party happening at sports page. And tickets are available for the arena seating. Anywhere from in advance 20 to 30, 5 more at the door on that one. And tickets, if you want to risk it, you can wait till fight night and see if there's any available at the door. What do you enjoy about putting on a fight? I mean, do you get to enjoy any of fight night, or are you too busy working and coaching to kick back and actually enjoy the spectacle?
No, it seems like a 24-hour service, honestly. I'm fast at reply to. I got a full-time job at Tommy's Express, car wash, working, 42, 43 hours a week. And then I do my coaching 2 times a month. Drive an hour and 45 minutes to Ankeny with my guys to go train with Josh Neer at Elite Edge MMA. And then my fight show. And literally I do something every day with my fight show and our fight show. And it's just been it's been a lot, but I like it. I wish I could do this honestly full time. Obviously that's my goal, and it's just to stay on top of this MMA thing for it, because I love it and I think about it 24/7, and I know everything there needs to know about MMA.
I'm looking forward to it. I know a lot of people are. Again, 4:30 is doors Saturday night, Mason City Arena. 6 o'clock is fight starting, as you were talking about, the anthem, the fighter walkouts, all that'll start just a titch before 6. So you're looking for the gloves to hit right about 6 o'clock exactly then, right?
Yeah, and the Iowa Athletic Commission likes to be right on time. So do I. Let's get the party started. Let's get going. Don't be there early. That's why I got the doors open an hour and a half early. You all be there, tour the place up, look around and stuff, and start getting in your seats, because that color guard is going to start at 5:50. Then right away, 6 o'clock, my announcer's going to start calling that first fighter to walk out, which is the girl fight. So don't miss it.
Now, when it comes to this event, you've got a lot of sponsors that have helped out. We'll throw up image from the poster here. And that it takes a lot to put on a show like this. And so it's important to have folks helping you out.
Yes, because the show is very expensive, because I'm doing it the right way and the legit way, and I'm following all the rules to the T. So it's very expensive. I want everybody to have fun,
And Joe, a lot of our, some of our key sponsors like Hosmer Cars, Hosmer Honda, Hosmer Toyota, Jason Hahn, everybody heard about him. Great member of our community with K-Brick Distributing, Window World, ServPro, a lot of these guys, the hotels that we work with. You could see it on the poster, you could see it on Facebook. Iron House Gym lets Mike's guys train there. Studio 65, they're all on there. These productions couldn't go on without the support, the financial support, and the other kind of support of local businesses that want to see things get better and want to see things improve and want to see great events like this. So huge thanks to the sponsors that has helped us and been with us for a while get to this point.
Now, I got a question, how long does it take to get to the stage where you could fight in the cage at, like, let's say North Iowa Fights 11? How long does it take to get ready? Could I do it?
What are you talking about? To train for a fight?
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, it just depends how good you are, what kind of background you got. If you got no background, I say you need to train for a year before you fight.
And who, if I were to fight one of you two guys, who would you recommend I go against for my first bout?
Oh, me for sure. You don't want to fight Mike.
I don't know.
Yeah, you can't. Mike is
Hey, why don't you fight somebody else from a different radio station and make it like Mace City rival?
right.
Yeah, no, we're all friends. We're all friends right there. I was just curious how long it would take. I am in no shape whatsoever.
Joe and Brian and the Mega Gun.
I think I would probably last maybe about 45 seconds and I'd be gassed. You wouldn't even need to hit me. Just 45 seconds of running and all of a sudden I'm tapping.
Yeah, no, Joe, normally in the fight game, and I'm, just over the past few years, I've watched UFC for 20 years. I have the old DVDs of UFC 1 with Hoist Gracie and Dan Severn and those guys. You really, just like Mike said, Mike's gym is open to the public. It's open to everybody. So if you want to go and just learn basic defense skills, or if you want to take it to the next level, if you're gonna start out as an amateur in MMA, you need to have a discipline. You need to have a background in wrestling or boxing, or maybe you were in, karate or jujitsu or whatever. And then you need to be in a structured environment for 6 months to a year so that when we put on a show, you don't go in there and get hurt. So you know what you're doing. People, like I said, people don't come to see, garage sale brawlers. This is a big deal with people that, right. But I mean, you look to me like a guy that might be the low blow kind of guy, like the hit him in the knees or something. Here comes Joe with the spear. And, boom, the guy's out. And then, we might have to pair you up with somebody that's around $115, $120, just so you have a chance. But, Mike's the matchmaker. He could find a guy.
Get you out of town radio station guy from like Ames or something.
Something like that.
We'll set it up. We'll sell tickets out of the radio stations and stuff, and yeah.
Just I'll
go through the Facebooks and I'll try and find somebody that is in like their 60th year of broadcasting, because that would be about my match. So
if we can, if we can put together a fight like that, Joe, and it benefits charity, my business, my production company, Menus and More, will sponsor your apparel.
Well, see, the problem is I need my teeth to be able to function properly for work, so I need to protect those at all cost. So
normally for your first fight,
you got mouthpieces for that.
Yeah, you'll have a mouthpiece, and then we can have a special, Alpha Media helmet.
Okay.
So
I love that. No, it's fun talking about that sort of stuff, but the real deal is going to be happening Saturday night. Like it is. What goes on? Let me ask you this, Mike. Because you fought and now you're on, the other side of the ring. What goes through a fighter's mind as your entrance music is playing? You're walking out to the ring. Like, what are you thinking about, or are you thinking about anything at all?
Yeah, I try to be clear-minded and less nerves, especially don't have caffeine at all that day. And I just think about like not messing up. Sometimes you worry and stuff too, because you don't want to look bad in front of like all your people, because that's the biggest fear, I think, is just losing in front of all your family and friends, and especially when you put in hard work and dedication, because like this fight show that everyone's going to, they're all trained. I only want guys that train. None of them, all of them train. And a trained fighter, they're going to be nervous just like that other guy. They're going to be nervous just like that other guy. I want these guys to go out there, have technique, show form. And, I want it back and forth, where the guys can both take punches and stuff like that. So I don't know. It's just, there's a lot that can honestly go in your mind. It's a real emotional sport. There's just like a lot to it, but it makes you better. And once you see your progression, then it literally changes your whole life.
So you go from that pre-fight sort of like, let's make all of this work worth it. And then post-fight, you beat a guy. What's that feeling like?
That feeling is the best. That's what you did it for. You get your hand raised in front of your family and friends and new people, and it feels so good. And then you're just like on cloud nine, just smiling, happy. Then a little more time goes by. Then if you're a real fighter, then you want that next one, and you just keep going and going. And yeah.
And Joe, that's what's cool about this level of production is that, when you're talking about what do you do to get ready or how long do you have to train, with most of these fights, unless it's a first fight, for some of the people, it's their amateur debut, whatever it is, there's tape to watch of these people. So, when you're talking about a headliner or a title bout or something like that, our professionals, the people that fight in Mike's fights, they're watching film. Everybody says that Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback ever, but he's not just throwing another Pop-Tart in the microwave, right? I mean, he's watching hours and hours and hours of the other guy on the other side of whatever it is, so that he knows how to respond to that. And the fighters that are on this card do the same thing. As soon as you know who your competitor is, who your competition is, you go out and you get their film and you find out if it's a grappler, you train your takedown defense. If it's Yoda and he hovers in the air for 30 seconds and then roundhouses you in the face, well, you're screwed because it's Yoda.
You gotta get low.
Whatever it is, they train for their opponent just like everybody else does at the top of this sport. So, Mike's a great matchmaker. He's got other places. He's got people in 10 different states that call him and ask him to find fighters to pair up for their productions and things like that. So it's cool to be able to have him put a card like this together. I think we've got people from 6 or 8 states just on this card. And then when you throw the records of some of the guys that are on the card in here, bringing the people from the Nick Diaz Academy out here. I mean, they love coming out here and being in a professional production. So it's going to be awesome. It's fight week, and we're stoked.
I want to run down real quick again. Friday night, 6 o'clock, sports page, just outside of the sports page in the mall. The official weigh-in after the fight Saturday night, the after-fight party at the sports page. Doors are at 4:30 for the event on Saturday night at the Mason City Arena. The fight starts at 6 o'clock, and you can get your tickets in advance at the weigh-ins, and if they're available at the door, you can grab them there as well. Jeff, Mike, thanks so much for taking some time to talk fights with us. Can't wait for Saturday night.
Thanks, man. We'll see you on Saturday.
Thank you, everybody.